It seems like even the folks at Fox News are starting to learn, I guess, how tariffs actually work. And the more they learn about it, the more freaked out and panicked they become. And we saw that happen this week with Fox News host Julie Banderas. Julie Banderas decided to bring in a, quote, small business expert to interview him about how the tariffs that Donald Trump, of course, promised last week, 25% on Canadian goods, 25% on Mexican goods, an extra 10% on Chinese goods just for the hell of it, right? Brought in a guest to kind of talk about, like, well, who's going to pay for this? And Banderas was very clear when she asked her question because she immediately answered it and said, "We are." Here is what she told her Trump-loving audience on Fox News. "Oh, it's going to be a wild ride." First of all, let me stop right there. You're about to launch into a diatribe about how screwed your audience is, okay? Let's get that straight. You're about to tell these people, and I know because I got the rest of the quote right here, you're about to tell them that everything they buy, from gasoline to groceries, the costs of those are going to go up astronomically. And instead of a more somber tone, you almost seem excited. You're like, "Ooh, it's going to be a wild ride." Like you're about to take off on a roller coaster. Like, no, this isn't fun. And admittedly, I think her tone kind of shifts and she realizes how horrible it is. But to start it off with like, "Ooh, it's going to be a wild ride," people are going to go bankrupt. Families are going to go hungry. I wouldn't call that a wild ride. I would call that Republican policies in effect. But anyway, she continues. Let's be realistic. I mean, a lot of American companies do not buy American. They do rely on a lot of merchandise that is purchased from other countries. I think if American companies are forced to buy American, it is going to cost more ultimately. And then who's going to pay for that? We are. We are going to be buying the merchandise that they're going to have to raise the costs on because they're not going to be buying from foreign countries. So ultimately, it does come down to the taxpayer dollar. So she's warning the audience essentially like, hey, you guys are about to get screwed and Donald Trump is the one screwing you. But there's another message she's got in there that I think we need to pay more attention to. She is actually making the case that American companies shouldn't manufacture goods here in this country, that we shouldn't use American goods and products. Like, that's the case she's making. Yes, she seems to be against the tariffs, absolutely, but she wants to be able to bring in the cheap goods from China and other countries instead of making it here. She doesn't seem to want, based on her statement here, for American workers to get paid a good living wage, which, yeah, might make companies have to raise their prices, but if everybody's wages are going up, those cost increase for the companies are going to be offset with the additional income that Americans have. Basically, it's kind of going to be a wash, but we do get more people employed. We get more people with benefits, pensions, retirement plans, all kinds of stuff. We get more economic activity from building stuff from start to finish right here in this country, but she doesn't seem to like that idea. No, we can't have these people making more money. Oh, God, no. Then more people would be like her. And then she wouldn't be as special now, would she? Overall, she does seem a little panicked, but she's also kind of panicking about the wrong thing. But it doesn't matter, because no matter how you slice it, we're all going to be paying more for every single thing. Even, by the way, those goods that are produced solely here in the United States. Because just like with Donald Trump's first trade war that he launched, that of course President Biden did not end, which is one of the biggest mistakes of his administration. But anyway, what happened was that, yeah, the foreign produced goods, the prices on those increased. But so too did the cost of the goods produced right here in the United States. They raised their prices to remain competitive, even though they would be more competitive with lower prices. But they said, hey, if prices across the board are going up, we could raise our prices too, charge people more, still sell as many, but get more money off of each thing. That's what they did, and that's what they will do again. Thanks for watching today, everybody. And don't forget, if you're not already, please do subscribe to this channel. We have fresh content going up every single day, and I would really hate for you to miss out on that. And speaking of missing out, if you're not following me across all other social media outlets, then get on it. You can follow the links in the description of this video.